about the shot that I was hoping for. And I do believe we're live. So I'll say indeed and greetings unto you, beloved and holy friends. What a dear pleasure it is to have you here with me again on another conscious evolution, another opportunity for us to appreciate the presence that this moment allows and acknowledge the future unknowns. That is what we're here for, realizing that there will be so many unknowns in our future. And there is definitely this resistance in our human psyche that doesn't really want to approach the unknown, right? Like the reason we're scared of the dark in that way is because the dark can have unknown things in it. There could be things in the dark that we cannot see, cannot know in that immediate moment. And the future has that quality to it as well, right? There definitely is a sense of hopelessness at times in our lives these days, especially with our current outlook on what reality is going to be for us going forward. But I feel, especially with the experience I had over the last few days, there is a little bit of hope reignited in my spirit. Tropic of Neptune. Hey, friend. It's nice having you here. Sending you blessings. Yeah, there's hope for us still. Lots of it. Lots and lots of hope. And it is going to be hope created by us. Simply said, just this experience of wanting to create experiences. Nice to be here. Always nice to have you. How about you, Tropic of Neptune? You find yourself wanting to make experiences for other people in the future? I have found my hope and my justice. Yeah, that's nice to hear, friend. That is nice to hear. It is good to find these things in ourselves. Realize what it is we're here to do, why it is we're here at the end of the day. Like if we're gonna someday not be here anymore, will we feel that we were here the way we were supposed to? We showed up for ourselves. The power of showing up and bearing witness really was re-echoed to me over the last few days again as well. Like this reminder of the power that we actually have. And so easily squander. Or maybe not even squander, but very much so take for granted. Maybe take for granted is a better word. I overcame forces against me to build myself up better than before, in a better position to help others to do the same. I'm so happy to hear that, Tropic of Neptune. It really is like that, right? You have to almost like give yourself the medicine that you're trying to serve others, and that can look in so many different ways. Relationship with food is a big one, relationship with your body, relationship with earth, relationship with sleep. Yeah, it's telling me it's live again. I'm gonna exit out and come back and see if that's also gonna improve the quality. I'm not sure if it's looking good. Okay, now I'm feeling cold out. Love is true, right? Yeah, trying again. It better? Is it better? You let me know. It's Friday the 13th as well. How about that? Things seem mostly peaceful. Do not find myself at any odds with the state of the world. Feel very calm. I hope some bad Friday the 3rd. I had some bad Friday the 13th energy today. I was I'm not happy to hear that. Someone tried to kick in my front door. Whoa, Tropic of Neptune. What? I like how you came into this space like feeling good, or at least I interpreted that like that. and that's what your day has been like. What happened? Did that person, mistake your door? Were they looking for you? I did start doing that. I was looking for places, hiring a yoga instructor, and found out that there are none. None in my city. No yoga here at all. Closest one is a few towns over. Something, something, market opportunity. Something, something, niche to fill. Something, something, aren't you a yoga instructor? You could be. You could be places, places hiring a yoga instructor. You could be the person hiring people to instruct yoga. But I know that is going to be a thing, right? Finding the facilities, having enough surfaces to practice on marketing. But I believe something, something market opportunity. Totally, Sam. You so got this. I thought it was my internet. No, my internet is just really bad. Sorry. Sorry about that. Uh, it'll get better someday. I promise. I promise you that. Someday it'll be better again. I had some bad Friday the 13th. Bless you, bro. Love your dog. Thank you, Dominique. You hear that, Kobe? They say they love you. This dog is like unfazable. So difficult to irritate him. I think it's because he's Jack Russell. They're like master irritators. Unfazed. Completely unfazed. Teenagers terrorizing my street. Not gonna let it ruin my positive energy I began the day with. Yeah, absolutely not. I'm happy that it's just people trying to be funny at the very least, It's not like someone actually trying to like home invade you. Something, something, market opportunity. Yeah, that's what I was kicking around actually. There's an old place nearby that used to be a yoga studio. It's in a good spot. There we go, Sam. Mind juices are flowing. SB. Hmm. There seems to be some sort of lagging happening on my side of the messages on this device. I am I am internet. Yes. Yeah, they're loading. Yeah, comments are coming. There we go. Yep. Okay, there we go. Something, something, market opportunity. Okay. I so you answered the door with a baseball bat and a grin. He is very adorable. Every time I see him, I want to go get my JRT. I don't know what a JRT is, but I do know JRT is also the name of a new compound that they're developing right now. Flaming Penguin. Hi, having a bad day. You too? I'm sorry to hear that, Flaming Penguin. It is Friday the 13th. All right. If anybody was going to have a bad day, this is a good one to have a bad day on, at least. Right? No, that's not how it works. I'm sorry. I hope that this moment can make your day a little bit better. MeltMore, I hear you. I'm happy that you are speaking into your ears from afar, sending them lovins. So you I remember when I first saw you, I think I said he's either the loveliest guy or the biggest smartass. I think I was correct. I am definitely a smartass, Diana. I'm more than willing to admit that too, at the very least. Right? I think it's definitely better than being a dumbass, which I can be too sometimes. Right? I'm not infallible. I make mistakes, but I do appreciate experiencing the smart side. Not on my land. You're lagging. I know. My internet is just like major trashiosos. I'm gonna try and exit out and come back again. See if it helps. Yeah, it's totally better now. So good. There's extra pixels hitting your eyeballs. Yeet Lord. Hey friend. It's nice having you here. It's been a while. I don't know what they were trying to do. Not good though. Yeah, they were probably You know, like, oh yeah, it's Friday the 13th. Let's go scare some people by thinking they're gonna get Jason. You know, it's probably like some shit like that. Cool shirt. Thank you. The shirt has seen some stuff. It's been fixed even. It has patches on the back. I do like the colors. We're gonna have a little bit of a green blue. It's usually, weirdly enough, this doesn't come through as green on my flowers. It usually comes through as a kind of yellow. Jack Russell Terrier. Oh, yeah, my comments are loading again. Jack Russell Terrier. I have one as well with a similar name. Yours is also Kobe? What are the odds? Technically, my sister spells his name with an L, Kolby, Colby, but I call him Kobe. 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 I don't think he calls himself Kobe. Hey, Kobe. Like zero recognition. Hey, you. His name is you. Is that your name? Is it hey you? Is it hey you? Is that the name? Is that who you are? I'm you. No, I'm me. No, he is me, and I am you. There you go. Is that more comfortable? Mm. Comforts. Hey, there's your van's name. Jeeps, I like her. Like a lot. He's like, come on, bro, just let me lay down. Let me do the lay of downs. There you go. I hope that is acceptable, dear sirs. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Even better gives him a story. Exactly, RJ. I completely agree. I just watched Sinners today, which was really good. My favorite thriller in a while. Good day to watch a thriller, I guess, at the very least. Now, well, in New Zealand, it's Saturday. It's already Saturday where you are, Diane. Bless New Zealand. It's good to know that Saturday is also there waiting for us. As is tradition, even the dog looks stoned. Look, right? He does have like a devil may care attitude to him. Like he's very unfazed. They're very unfazed by discomfort. This is fine. There's no other place where more comfort can be had. This is it. This right here, this unstable surface is it's my safe place. My birthday party is tomorrow. That sounds fun, Penguin. I hope it's an absolutely beautiful one. Is your birthday tomorrow as well? Or is the party only tomorrow? And when it is your birthday, happy birthday. I hope it's a beautiful one. Yeet Lord, long time no see friend, Hoopy Penguin, JR, Diana, or Diane, Neptune and Sam, all above and below, near and far, MeltMore. Love and light to you, beautiful beings. Love and light to you, Jean. It's nice having you here. Always. Lol, to have a cuddle bug like that. My dog exists as a black blur. You hear that, Kobe? Other people's dog is black blur. You are white and brown blob. Unfazed. He's like, so I like being white and brown blobs. My birthday is the 19th of June. It's not that far away. I'm guessing it's gonna be in the week, and you want to do it this weekend so that you can have your party. A Saturday. Yeah. Bless you, Flaming Penguin. I hope it's a beautiful one. Oh, his name is you. We sit. Good morning, Nan. Hi, everyone. Morning, Nancy. That is the first time you pronounced my name right. Diana? Or Diane? DNA. Hello, Hendrik. How how Hendrik? It's nice having you. Yeah, thank you. Bless. Bless ye, friends. May ye have beautiful days, and may the future be bright as ever. See that purpose? Hey, it told him Hendrik. Always know. Always know how to say your name correctly. You have to tell me, like, one, Diane. Two, Diana. Diana. Three, DNA. I feel Diane is probably correct. Diana. I think that has the end of an A, right? An NNA. And it was Diana. Yo, Hendrik, Sam saying hi too. I think this is the best he's been able to hear in his life. Yes. Superpower hearing enable. That's too much hearing for me. Just by the way, my transaction was stopped for money laundering reasons. Since I have a company set up here, I need to get them some documents to prove I'm not laundering 500 Rand somehow. Yeah, 500 Rand. That moment when you're laundering money and you launder $25 at a time. Yeah. That's actually making my eye twitch. Oh, I'm fine. I really, really do hate the banking system I was served. I look forward to the future. Cometh future. Cometh. Will be done over the weekend. And hey Sam, yeah, it's stupid AF, not gonna lie. Oh yeah. $25. You're like, oh, let's block this transaction, you know. That's a lot of money. What can 25 bucks buy these days? Maybe like one meal at a restaurant. Maybe a little bit less if you're eating with someone. Or like might not be enough if you're eating with someone. And they're like, yeah, it must be laundering monies. So you be in trouble. Wouldn't walk 500 miles for a guy that needs a green card. Sorry, but the truth. Yeah, okay, Diana. You do realize that that song was sung by the guy. The guy walks the 500 miles. You know? And if I have to go to America, I'm going to be walking more than that. Right? It's more like 12,000 miles. So yeah, I'm going to be doing the walking, you know. And again, it's one of those things where I want to say things, but I don't know if it's going to come through as being hurtful. You have to actually have someone to love, right? Before having the motivation to start walking. It's like the green card part of the process comes later. It's like you have to actually love first to find yourself moving in a direction. It's nice to have comfort though. All right. I feel like it definitely is way more comfortable being single. Just from a perspective of you spend a lot less time considering another person. And I think that in my personal journey is something that I feel not only ready for, but something I've been longing for. It's like there's an extra layer of greatness to considering the people around you too. A message for Sam. He just sent me a sound file of his mother's answers, and I will translate it over the few next days. Nice. Hendrik, thank you for all of this work. I'm so glad I thought to ask you. I thank you for doing so. This is what community is for. Me and Martin had this whole conversation as well about all of the different roles we fill as people, and how when we come together in a space, playing our roles with and for one another is the best, almost like state of flow you can find yourself within. Finding fulfillment, right, in purpose. I think purpose definitely is one of those things that's very, I want to say, not underappreciated, but under fulfilled again, right? I'm imagining like a whole schooling system that really exposes you to all of the different options there are. Really giving you a chance to find what your purpose is, what it is you're here to do, how you can help. Do you believe in innate talent? I don't know if I do, but at the same time, I do think there is a gravitation towards, right? Like there might not be any innate talent, but the propensity to start might have like some sort of weighted bias. Like maybe you have a strong body, right? And that strong body enables you to pursue the sport, for example, right? Like you didn't necessarily just have innate talent for that sport because thousands of years ago that sport might not have existed. It's more the the starting place you had enabled you to do something that you might not have. And I think about that a lot, especially with this journey that we're on, right? Like the place I started had a lot less to work with in every term of the and every term of the meaning and every conceivable orientation, right? And to imagine how things have changed, how love has changed my life, how showing up for people has changed my life, right? Realizing how powerful we are with our words and how the things we say can influence people, right? Can hurt their hearts, can just add to the battle they're already fighting inside of themselves. And really considering that and taking full responsibility for that, we actually start to weigh our words before we say them. We start to consider how much it can hurt and what that hurt can mean. I think it's easier to not think in general. Always, as I said, I feel honored that someone wants to learn about my country. Love is true. I hope you prove me wrong, Mel. I'm not here on this planet Earth to prove you wrong, Diana. Right? That's not my life goal. My life goal is to live. All right, and I have not lived a single day of my life. All right. My idea of success is love being true. If I can find myself at peace, I'm doing even better. I can stay in that state of being reminded that I'm okay. I will be. And I don't allow myself anymore to get as involved. And I find I've definitely calmed down and allowed things to just pass by me. Kind of like see it as a river. And I am always the one in that state of flow. Anything that stagnates, ends up, I want to say, riddled with, let's just say, bad energy, right? If you know, water that is stagnant and laying in a certain place is a breeding ground for bacteria and potential parasites, where water that is ceaselessly flowing isn't as susceptible. Uh, More like 8,600 miles twice. Love is true. I guess 4 times if you include the trip back home is true. And you're coming again. Right. So much. That's the thing, Diane. He doesn't have to prove you wrong. I love how Hendrik and me were like in synchronicity on that fact. Bro, I love that we're so on the same page. He doesn't have to prove you wrong. Undoubtedly he will. But in the end, you, me, and even Sam don't matter. Oh, I don't know about that, Hendrik. I don't know about that. It's about their love and theirs alone. Nothing to prove to us. Exactly. I love that. That is true. That is true. In the context of our love, I want to echo your sentiment, like if you don't matter. But I even don't know if that's true, right? Completely to me. What is true to me, absolutely, is the fact that that loving relationship was created by the showing up for this space, right? And in that way, it is this almost like extension of the beauty and the love that is true and the love that is made when you show up with that as an intent, right? If I had another intention, I don't think I would have found love, right? That's the way I see it. So in that way, for me, that is true. Like no matter what happens, that is the truth of the situation. And the fractal of you saying that you don't matter in that, right? Like I feel it is definitely one of those things where uh, there was a long time where there was a lot of quietness in me and my giddiness about that experience because there was worries, right, of rejection or fear, or people like Diane, right, that have the audacity, right? And there's a lot of what the fuck are you doing energy happening in me, but I'm trying to like still stay calm, right? Where that information being known gives people some, ammunition to say some bullshit that can be a sensitive point of, contention. And there is a lot of complexity in every single relationship. And it's beautiful to me that we have the ability these days to, almost like share with one another, grow together, expand in that way where there can be mindfulness of the difficulties that come with just being a person, right? I'm not always at my best, right? But I'm more often than not just so grateful to be alive, right? And I find the most comfort in that state. And I find even more comfort in the people that make me grateful to be alive. You know what I mean? Talking about people, Gaudi Goose here too. Bro, this dude is sleeping. Neck, head and neck tucked into the blankums. Baby boy, your lab snoozing. I love him. Good to see you all. It's good to see you too. Gaudi Goose. So much love to you, brother bear. A bard named Will once said that love looks not with the eyes, but with the heart. And I've never seen anybody so committed to seeing with their heart that melt and show. Phew. Sam, I'm gonna cry. Alright. Oh, jeez. Me all shy like them? No. Mm, mm. And I'm not shy about them knowing. Shy that you know. It is kind of like a. But at the same time, it's not something I'm shy about. Right? There's no shame in me in that either. Uh, 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 uh. And by the way, I need to have a VPN in Germany now, apparently to watch parts of your old streams. Ah. As a friend plays who's got VPN, I found all your streams at home, still only day 211 and later. It's so strange. Yeah. We are in a weird universe. For me, the internet was always supposed to be open. I did, live in China for a while, and there you literally cannot live without a VPN. Sure. All of the things that you're used to being able to access everything, right? Like imagine in the same way that you can't find my streams under day 211, imagine being able to find nothing, not any streams, not a single YouTuber that you've known, not Instagram, not Facebook, not Google, nothing. Nothing. None of that stuff that you're used to is accessible. Yeah, that experience really reinforced in me internet freedom is a good thing, right? Having internet freedom, very good, very nice. We're right. Don't let them take away our freedom interwebs. We need some freedom interwebs. I'm grateful for being alive and getting to feel stuff, even though feeling stuff is unpleasant sometimes. I had this conversation with my mom, and a little bit of that conversation with Hendrik's new friend too, of course, but with Martin the last couple of days as well. And one of it was that it is painful to be aware, right? On a very real level, there is a certain level of pain just to being aware. And as you said, gobbledygoo, not all of it is pain at the very least. It can be sharp, but that doesn't have to be painful. And I think learning that part of it as well, like holding your awareness in softness instead of in rigidity to weather the blows a little bit more gracefully. You friends have taught me a lot of that too. That's a good way to phrase it, gobbledygoo. Couldn't agree more. Melton Jova, so sweet and triumphant. Love is so true. Imagine living in North Korea and having 148 government sites in a cloud network and nothing else. Yeah, at least there was some equivalent of like China side internet where you could use their version of TikTok. And it was like a mix of a bunch of different types of content. One of it was China guy like is catching fish in like some sort of novel way. One of it that I weirdly enough came back to was this kid who would just be this like rule breaker. Like he would be like mischievous all the time, trying to play games on his phone as much as he can while he was supposed to be studying. I wish I was making this up. And then his dad, would be like leaving, and then he would try and like sneak in as much game time as he could. And then his dad would catch him every single time, and he would like get his ass whooped or something. I don't can't remember the ending. Like he would just be in a bad place, getting grounded or whatever every single time. And it was, and then other content would be an extremely attractive lady doing like insane insane manual labor, right? Where they're like chopping bamboo and then meticulously splitting it into like fibers and then working with that or making inks or like All of these you could so clearly realize and see this is like propaganda. It's like, I'm getting some proper propagandas right now. And it's a weird dichotomy, right? It's such a weird, because I get what they're doing, and in a way, I don't know if what they're doing is necessarily gonna be bad for their people, right? If their people are more scared of their parents and study harder because they think they're gonna get caught, uh, more willing to work with their hands to make things. What's the other ones? More willing to catch their own food if they're in the opportunity or environment to. I'm trying to think. Some of it was also pretty vapid, right? Like there was a lot of like pop star promotion as well. And I think that's the part of society that's like, this is the ideal you're supposed to strive towards, right? Like you're supposed to be tall and pretty, and if you're not, try harder or something. I don't know what that is about. Uh what else? What else would be in the loop? Math. Math, weirdly enough, math would be in the loop as well. There would be a lot of that too. Yeah, keep your internet freedoms. I know that some people drop like USB sticks full of content over North Korea as well, just to like seed something into that space. Pain is inevitable, suffering is optional, as they say. Mojo, my favorite definition of suffering is that suffering is when you want for things to be differently. And I do resonate with that. Love is true. Love prevails. Always. Gaudi Goose says, I feel selfish for wanting to see Mel so badly when he comes to the States that I want to travel to y'all as soon as possible. Gaudi Goose, it would be an absolute pleasure to have you. Guys, I seriously can't wait to have campfire jam sesh. Yeah. Mel's never roasted a hot dog over a fire. Yeah, like I've roasted marshmallows, but we never do hot dogs, really. Wonder if he's made a s'more. Never, I think, a good one, right? And I think if I've ever tried, it was like once. I think it was very cold or something, and it was just like a squishy marshmallow with like a crumbly cookie and a piece of chocolate. It wasn't like one of those big flat pieces. It was just like a Cadbury like block like that, with a marshmallow. So it wasn't exactly anything special to me. Nah, just let me invite y'all to the cookout over here in Germany. I smoke my meat myself with my own herbal wood mixture trademark. Dude, Hendrik, you have like made a very compelling sales pitch. We'll have to come and see you in Germany too, just so that you can have your own meat griller or smoker and stuff. Kitchen, like a cook needs his kitchen. It's like meeting in the middle. South Africa and US is so far. Europe is basically the middle. Yeah, I think wherever you are, and me saying you to all of us collectively is the middle. To all of us. Hendrik, I think the middle technically for all of us is somewhere in the middle of the ocean. So we should find that place and then start building a city right there in the middle of the ocean. But that's like the long-term plan. We'll do that in like 2045. We'll start, right? 2044. 2044 is when it's like, okay, this needs to start happening. This needs to happen. 2044 is gonna be like, okay, let's go. And then 2045, we actually do start. All right. And then maybe in 4 years, maybe 2050. 2050 will have everything we need to be self-sustaining. That's like how we're manifesting. You see it? I like triangles. See it with triangles. See triangles everywhere. So many triangles. Oh, okay. and I would come if you pay for my plane ticket. So what? Me too. Think that that would be like a no-brainer. Let's get some good quality beef franks and make that happen, Joe Bizzle. But do you have some yard I can camp on as to not impose? I think there's a basement as well, and there is even maybe extra mattresses that can be laid out. You wouldn't have to camp. You can sleep in the doors, where it's warm or cold, depending on the weather. Mm-mm-mm. Hell yeah, Gobs. This place is a sanctuary. Bless. And drug bush. Me not denying a one-way travel. Wouldn't go back to my country afterward. I think you're supposed to keep that part quiet. So what? Oh, that sounds divine. Hendrik, it really does. Hendrik, I'm in. You got us all sold, bro. MeltMore. If we're building that city, can I tax? No tax, bro. What are you talking about? Taxo. Tax. I hear the word tax and I get like some sort of visceral start screaming on the inside. I've been paying tax literally since I was a little boy. Since I like spent 1 5 rand coin, I've been paying taxes right forever. Can't even imagine the amount of like money they've stolen. They calm down again. I'm breathing. If we're building this city, can I tax everyone and do nothing with the tax money except mysteriously vanish the tax money? No, you can definitely not do that. Definitely not. No, there's so much rage. So, so we're all down, apparently. Done deal. Right now, I'm smoking a small brisket with basil, sandalwood, and dried cranberries. Well, guess you have a problem, Hendrik, because all of us are rocking up right now. I've been in a green screen on a plane this whole time. Actually, I've been in a green screen in the Uber. The rest of the friends is in the Uber with me, but it's like really good. They've been quiet. We're gonna stop at your place any second, bro. You're gonna have to share that small brisket. Is there gonna be enough for all of us? Or are you gonna set this one out? What if your boy just wants to cold camp and sleep outside of my dogs? Then will bring you coffee in the morning. The muzzle watch. So much. Uh, just following in the government steps. Yeah, no, I get the joke you were laying down, but it just like elicits this visceral experience in me of like, the injustice. Am I supposed to put my child in a bear bag in your living room? So you can, but the city's currency is love and respect. You also get your share of it. No need to tax. Exactly. We can create a self-sustaining economy. There's so much planet Earth just laying around already. There's so much stuff laying around. Like if you could really calculate or add it all up, it'll be like a mountain of stuff valuable somewhere on planet Earth right now. And as soon as we reach singularity, there's going to be such an explosion of, I believe, recycling technology as well. And again, the robotics to actually go out and gather stuff and set up local recycling plants and all of that material getting reused to make things that are more advanced than we could have ever imagined. Like the curve of, oh, we're mud people still splashing around to we are literal, like gods of planet Earth as people basically. It's gonna be so fast that we're gonna have to catch up mentally. We're gonna have to consciously evolve, literally, to the point where we can actually cope with our new reality. That's what we're doing right now. We're doing it day by day. It's gonna take a lot of time. It's gonna take every day of the rest of our lives. But we're already here living it, so we might as well, right? So what is a business madman? As always, taxes everybody all of their money and then disappears. It's like, yeah. Business 101. I make all the money. Just following. So what you can, this is going to sleepless again. I can get a crib for big dog. It needed for sure. But what about each time you share love, I take a small fee in USD as tax? Hear me out. I would use the money to increase my personal bank account. Sounds noble. Sounds very noble. There is no conversion rate for love. It's priceless, my guy. Yeah. And again, in that way, you can, if you want to, tax a little bit on every love transaction, which is infinity. But again, because it's worth infinity, every single time you want to experience love in the world, your bank account gets zeroed. Right? How about that? If you're gonna set some rules, I'll set rules too. It's like, oh well, here's your tax person. But if you want to experience anything that makes you feel any sense of love, you access the resource that is infinitely more valuable. You're gonna get zeroed out. Live in that state of abundance. There is no conversation. Yeah. So what? Might you be trying to stir up the hippies for your own amusement? I'm being clown. I'm clown. Aquafuls are flying over me. The type of guy to sell fresh air breathing rights to triple as an outdoor rave. To trippies as an outdoor rave. It's like, yeah, here's bottled flavored fresh air. Apparently it's nice. Apparently it's nice. Uh I don't know if those bars are still open. I know that at some point there was like flavored oxygen bars in America. I wonder. Hey Google, that that's still not working. No, I dared use Gemini. Hey Gemini, no, that doesn't work either. Don't you love that when when you upgrade your device and then things that used to work stop? Uh, I've lost my flow. Mm, 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 mm. Is this gonna search? No, it will for sure. Are there still flavored oxygen bars in the world? Don't laugh. I know someone who did that. Actually sells fresh air breathing rights to trippies. It's like, yes. Have you been feeling like all stuffy and stuff? Yeah, I have been a little bit. Yeah, that's because you haven't been carrying the rights to breathe fresh air this whole time. I know it's tragic, but they actually don't sell that to most people. It's like upper class stuff, and don't say anything, but I kind of like broke into this high class house and I got all of these fresh air breathing right passes. It's only gonna put you back a little bit. I can imagine somebody being stupid enough to fall for something like that. Spreading ABT. More, you want to buy premium South Africa air. Very good. More polluted than anything. I love how me and so one was making the same joke a little bit. I know someone who went to people on acid mushrooms and told them they can't breathe anymore if they don't pay off premium. And South Asian doesn't sound right. It's the same sentence or what? It sounds like an oxymoron. Hendrik, I think I'd be like, bet. Bet. uh, yeah, yes. Flavored oxygen bars absolutely still exist. You can find them in malls and spas, at festivals. There it is. At casinos, airports, wellness centers, and even as mobile setups at events. First of all, what are modern flavored oxygen bars like? They're purified recreational oxygen, typically 90 to 95% purity, delivered via nasal cannula for short sessions, usually 10 to 30 minutes. Aroma therapeutic infusions. Oxygen is scented with food grade or essential oil aroma like lavender, eucalyptus, peppermint, mandarin, bayberry, rosemary, and more. Price points and formats vary for from sessions at $1 a minute to like $30 for a 30-minute session, but you can do 10 minutes too. So like $10, maximum of like $60, I guess, per hour you can make. $60 an hour is not bad money. If you have like 4 stalls, who knows if you'll have them full all well, four stalls. I just imagine like it's like connecting yourself to like equipment, you know. It's like, hi Nisha. Nisha. Shwarma. It's nice having you here. Sending you blessings. Holy snakes. It's Nisha. Hi friend. The proof is in the pudding. We will see. That is true. Trust me, 200% more polluted in the air. So premium polluted. The premium polluted stuff, of course. Hey buddies, after so long time. How are you guys? Joe Bod, sister, how are you? So much love. We're good. Melt, you look like a healthy potato. Mm. I'm growing roots even. I think this is some of the longest my beard has been in a long time. Part of me wants to keep growing it just to see what it's like. I think this is the most I've had of it ever as well. So feels like it is time. Price points $1 a minute. To wellness packages around $15 to $30 per session. Some other mobile or event versions setting up oxygen bars at weddings or retreats and at festivals. Again, at festivals gets dropped. Part of me doesn't think that's a bad idea. I kind of like it. I kind of like the idea. I won't lie. Kind of makes me happy. What is the average size? And let's go for the large size as well, canisters that you can buy of that pure recreational oxygen. What does it cost? Do let me know. Mm, how to grow weight. How to grow weight by eating. Yeah, that's probably the best bet. Eat calorie-rich foods, right? Calorie-rich foods helps you consume a lot of calories really quickly. So you get bigger. I got to know this guy because he tried to do that shit with me. I told him I don't believe that it even works at all. He did the same thing with a friend sitting next to me and got him to pay $20. Maybe $20 is not worth that much to some people. Like maybe again, like that's what I see it is like that person would be willing to just pay that $20 to get that discomfort out of their minds, right? Like in that way, it's like the discomfort of losing the $20 is smaller than the discomfort that they're experiencing in that moment, kind of vibes. He literally did that for a living during the rave season from like April to September. Maybe like, and he's like preying on people that are probably like uncomfortably high point where they can be manipulated or something. That's not very nice though. Why do people still go? Many claim that it boosts energy, mood, and mental clarity. It reduces stress. It helps with headache relief and for faster recovery. It helps with altitude sickness and hangover relief. I mean, I guess that's why it is available at festivals as well. I thought for some reason that it would just be nice to actually be able to like go for some oxygen after you've danced. But the fact that you can go for some oxygen the day after to recover a little bit sounds like an even better market opportunities. Are they safe and legit? Considered non-medical and recreational, it's not a substitute for prescription oxygen. Users with respiratory conditions should be cautious. Concerns exists over flavoring oils. Inhaling certain oils may risk lung inflammation. Good to know. Some flavor systems follow safer water-based aroma guidelines to comply with FDA regulations, and there is a fire risk warning that applies, as high concentration oxygen can be fuel for combustion. Interesting. Very interesting. I'm like really curious about the whole taking it to festivals thing. You can get like 18-liter canisters, the big ones. Pocket canisters would be like a 3-liter one. Net volume is like a 200 ml canister, pocket canister, 60-second breaths. 60, 1 second breath, 1 second breath out of like 3 liters. Yeah, so you'll get 1 minute out of the total, I guess. All right, that checks out. 18-liter canisters apparently only get you 400 breaths. That doesn't sound right. That does not sound right. How much oxygen do you have to track with you? Premium infused types that already have the flavonoids are like $900 for 12 liters. But large normal ones can be $350, and this is Rand for 18 liters. Interesting that it gives me in Rand. That cannot be right though. Delivers 200 breaths, balance, and portability of usage. Okay, medical style canisters are like 450 liters, useful for sustained needs through bulkier and prone to regulation requirements. Well, okay. How long in minutes will you be able to go with a 450-liter tank? Especially if we're going to do the math on charging for the experience. If it's going to be 20 Rand a minute, how much can you hope to make out of one of those large medical cylinders? Mm-mm-mm-mm. He is a jerk who will definitely suffer bad karma for this, but I got to appreciate the hustle at least to some degree. I hope at the very least that of that behavior comes like a state of reckoning, a little bit of maybe I should sober up a little bit or start thinking for myself a little bit more. A lesson learned, from those people that did give him $20. So you can vary the amount of liters per minute that you use. I guess it's days as well. Yeah, you can like do the flow rate too. Yeah, that's interesting. At the lowest flow rate, you're making like $100 per tank. That's not very good margins. It's not very good at all. It's really bad, actually. Uh, what a shame. Is 2 liters a minute a lot, though? The 3-liter one could give you 61-second breaths. So you're getting less than what they would prescribe, kind of vibes. But I guess still enough to be considered a full breath. So yeah, again, back to the whole. It's interesting to me that these oxygen bars are still operating. Very curious indeed. I'm coming back to the comments one more time to read what your friends have been saying. Sorry if I've lost a few of you. Oh, there it goes. There. All right. Bro, he didn't have any of this stuff. He just sold them the air that they were already breathing because otherwise he would turn it off. Exactly, Sam. He took advantage of people who were too cripplingly high to know otherwise. Yep, exactly. On the other hand, if I trip, I don't take no money with me for obvious reasons. Yeah, I also like to travel light, and I don't trip too hard on raves without sober trip sitters. Yeah, just having some personal responsibility, knowing what it is you want from an experience, and not allowing yourself to stray from that. Knowing thyself, knowing themselves. Isn't that right? Don't you want to know thyself? One way to get him a little bit uncomfortable is to blow at him. I think I found something. I did. Got it. Got that little bug on you. Uh-uh. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, no, no. You feel it? It's time to finish today's stream. I'll show you a flower. A flower was made, and now it will be displayed. Nice fractals. Thank you, Prairie Wolf. I'm happy you write them. I also like the way this one turned out. Very clean. Very nice. By the way, my grandma loves your art pieces. Yay, Hendrik. My grandma, my grandma actually has one of my pieces in her home, put up as well. She picked one that, to me personally, has a little bit of like, almost like a little bit scary energy, you know. But I presented my flowers to her, and she picked that one, and so it got made for her. Happy to know the grandmas love them as well. Well, I don't do raves in general anymore, but I only do LSDs with one particular person who does live quite far away. So it's rare for me. It's rare for me to do it in general. I hear you. It is very good of an experience doing it with people. Can be very strange when you're doing it alone. But there is always things to learn. I appreciate you friends for being here with me, for seeing some fractals. Let me read you the poem cited. It's called Their Witness. Yeah, she looked through probably like 300 different flowers, dude. And like, that's awesome. Like, just imagining your grandma is like, yo, and just like keeps going. And like, oh, and there's more. And then there's more. Oh, that's so wholesome. I appreciate you letting me know that. That makes me like very happy. The way I want it to be one day is like this Patreon is gonna be almost like a museum, and then you can literally walk through the gallery and have the pieces on the wall, and then you can stand with the person that you're doing it with, and you can look at yourself looking at different things, and then have them say what they're seeing, and then maybe you can see something together. Do you use a fractal generator? No, I use a piece of software called OneLab. I was hoping to show you the previous iteration. It's a piece of software called OneLab, and then I take a picture of my clothing, right? And then I start with those as my colors, and then I make the flower. You see, So it's me manipulating pixels of a piece of software and then folding those onto itself. And then I follow a pattern of 1 to 9 every day. One more time. My brightness wasn't maxed out the previous time as well. So that's me. That's me made into a flower. I love that, Hendrik. It's so wonderful watching my mom and her friends shift through them. I pick their favorites. They're on her fridge now. It's so beautiful to me that different people have different favorites, Siobhan. Like that's one of my favorite parts about making these is like having people pick one out of a collection. Some people pick like different ones, and I find myself wondering why. Like why is there preference in something like this? Like how many factors is there at play? And it makes me happy to hear these things. Thank you, friends. How cool is that, right? Turning myself into something psychedelic. It's fun. It is fun. I won't lie. It's definitely something I enjoy. You can go through the whole process of the flowers being made as a member. That's true as well. Cough. No advertisement. Cough. It's true as well. I did like what did Zano say when I asked? Show how this sausage is made. I did. I did show how the sausage is made, so you could like have the experience fast forwarded. It is. It is a fractal in the making of it as well. Here comes Eva. Like, oh, actually, yeah, this is my actual spot. Actually, are you trying to spread our religion now, Hendrik? Hendrik is so close to wielding a spanner. Can you feel it, Sam? This next answer, this next answer. I love you, friends. There's other dogs? Huh? Can you believe that? There's other dogs. Did you know? There are other dogs out there. Did you know that? Did you know that, Kobe? There's other dogs. I want him to be chillax because I don't want him to bark at those other dogs barking. All right, poem time. Religion? Oh, hell no. I thought this was a call. No interest in having a religion. It's like, there we go. We just lost him. Damn it, Sam. The difference between a religion and a cult are open doors, Hendrik. Is that true? I thought cults are actively trying to recruit. Maybe the open door ones are. How many dogs do you have? Just the two. It's just Eva and Kobe now. And 3 cats? Yeah. Fair enough, Sam. Love is true. Bear witness. Bear witness. You didn't arrive. You undid like a knot letting go of itself. No questions, no names, just skin and breath and the kindness of stillness that listens all the way down. You looked the way trees might look if they had eyes, slow, unblinking, certain. We noticed, not because you asked, because you didn't. You move like someone who knows the world is watching and wants to be seen, not solved. So we spoke, not in words, but in warmth. A shift in light, a rhythm in the grass, a hush that made space for your eyes. You didn't reach, you stayed, and that was enough. Now, when you leave, if you do, you'll carry us, not like memory, but like marrow. Epic love ends to you too, dear Kristen. Bye. We'll see you again soon. Fair enough. Love is true. It's nice having you, friends. Dear Guru Cult Leader, sir. I will follow you till the end of time. Dear to call leaders, sir. I like how it's like multiple different, sir, leader. uh, I don't know if I really like any of those titles. I think that's the biggest thing. I don't want to be any of those things. Leader is rough. If I'm leading you towards something, I'm leading you towards being present in this moment, right? And in that way, we're already here. Welcome. If I'm a sir, I don't really think I have any authority over you, really. Being a guru, that's an even polar order, right? Guiding us towards enlightenment seems a little bit I want to say far-fetched, but I don't think if that is right either. Like a tall order, maybe, if anything. I'll be Melt. You can call me Melt. That's fine. Starting to smell like off-brand Kool-Aid in here. The off-brand stuff is cheaper. Oh, I miss Kool-Aid. Gotta order me some. And my Twinkies are empty as well. My mind is imagining, like I'm imagining wherever it is your Twinkies are stored is now empty. And that's what you mean. But my mind also had the reality of you eating the frosting out of the Twinkies, right? And then the rest of the shell of the Twinkie is empty. And that was way more cursed than I wanted to imagine. Damn you, US people, with your delicious chemical cancer stuff. Everything in moderation. Keep forgetting to buy more for as long as you can. Yeah, it's delicious, consensual early demise. That's so rough. But we finished our poem. It's 17:17 on the clock. It's Friday the 13th. Show up in love. It's 13 minutes past 1 hour for me here as well. I appreciate you, friends. I thank you for joining me again on another moment for us to consider. I'm trying to remember exactly the title that I posted. Yeah, the future unknowns that are still coming. Right? You might get hit by a bus tomorrow. I'm sorry. And in that way, that isn't going to matter if you eat the Twinkie right now, even if it does actually shorten your lifespan. The best thing, and I had that conversation a few times over this last 2 days, that you can spare yourself is just guilt, right? That the less guilty you feel, I believe, the less likely you are to do it to yourself again, right? If you do healthy stuff to yourself because you love yourself, instead of judge yourself when you do unhealthy stuff, I think there's a better feedback loop there, right? It pushes you in the right direction. I'll take 5 early demise. Huh? That is true. You better not die. I'll friggin' revive you with immortality serum, and then we don't die together forever. Better go watch it. Have thank you, Kristen, giving us a goodbye message. I can say, have the mostest splendiferous day, everyone. I wholeheartedly love you all so astonishingly, miraculously, heartfully, breathtakingly, enchantingly, remarkably, heartwarmingly, wondrously, gloriously, extraordinarily. Mel, that's me. And all of you. Oh, so benevolent, empathetic, nurturing, magnanimous, affectionate, supportive, altruistic, gracious, edifying, solicitous friends who embrace the future unknowns. I appreciate your friends back, and here's Eva. Yeah, little Eva. Voice in the wilderness. Jesus is the embodiment of love, and so are you, and so is that tree, and so is the grass underneath me, and the air that I breathe, and the beautiful colors as the sun is setting. As Jesus said as well, right? The I am is in everything. Split open the wood and it's in the splinters. Yes, Kristen. I love it when you share these, feeling so much more whole. It's nice to have you friends here for these moments. I appreciate you, and I'll see you again soon, tomorrow. Goodbye, everybody. Love you. Cheers.